Hey there everyone, welcome to another episode of Leprechaun's Adventures here in Ark. Today we're going to go over deep sea loot crates. Right, so as you all know, when you spawn in Ark here on the island, there's always those multicolored drop crates that are scattered around. You got your multicolored ones, your green, your blue, your purple, your yellow, and finally your red drops. Now, quite similarly, underwater, you got your red drops as well, except they're a very high level, containing awesome quality gear, usually Mastercraft or Ascendant. Quite good stuff, that's for sure. Right, so real quick, we'll just go ahead and run over all of the locations that they can be on. Like the name suggests, they're all going to be underwater, in the sea surrounding the island. Right, so first off, I can give you guys the coordinates. Alternatively, these coordinates are located in the Ark Wiki. So if you would like to check up on those, if you can't remember, if you just want to get a pen and paper and write down these real quick that I'm about to spat off, then that's fine, whichever way you'd rather do it. But anyways, here we go. Right, first over, we're going to start over in the northeast of the island. So we got 2178.6. That's going to be right where I'm looking at right now. Okay? And then we got 23.7, 86.3, 8.4, 90.8, 8.0, 80, 9.6, 61.7, 10.6, 40.3, 10.6, 29.8, 10.0, 9.4, 34.8, 8.2, 51.3, 11.2, 59.3, 7.5, 86.0, 9.0, 90.9, 11.4, 91.0, 35.0, 91.8, 69.8, 89.7, 90.6, and 45.0, 90.0. Now, a thing you've got to remember about these crates is there's always going to be two scattered around the island, so you've got to find both of the locations because there's two of them there. Right, so some of the materials you'll need, obviously you're going to need your underwater gear because you're going to have to be doing some swimming. So you got your basic scuba gear, your tank, your scuba mask, your flippers, and of course your armor for whatever you don't have of scuba gear. And then you're going to want your basics, your GPS, and some food, and things to harvest materials should you find any down there. Right, so let's jump right into it. Okay, with the first one here. And the way I like to do it is I like to fly around. I'll fly to the locations, don my scuba gear, and swim on down. See what we can find. Alternatively, another way you can do it is with water mounts. Okay? So you can get fast water mounts like the Ichthyosaurus, whatever floats your boat. It's a lot safer that way because they're quicker, and a lot of the water mounts actually are able to defend themselves, whereas by yourself it's quite a bit difficult to defend yourself. And it looks like we've gotten lucky right here by this island. So this is what a deep sea loot crate looks like. They're very difficult to see without the goggles or the scuba mask. As you can see, they're very bland and they blend in quite well without the mask. So it's important to make sure you bring along the mask because it makes it stand out a lot better. Plus you can see quite a bit further for any dangerous things that are about to attack you. Right, so let's see what's in this one here. We got a platform saddle. Unfortunately it's just a primitive, but platform saddles, most of you guys should know, are quite expensive to make, so it's always nice to have free stuff. I mean, who doesn't love free stuff? Right, let's go ahead and hit the next locations. And I find that a pattern of working your way around in circles is the most efficient way around the island, starting at the northeast islands and working your way left towards the snow biome. So that's going to be west that you'd want to head. The biggest thing to remember is to make sure you come prepared. Think about if you die, make sure that you have beds that are close to a flyer, that you'll be able to come and pick up your body quickly, because unfortunately in this game, underwater is very glitchy, so you've got to be careful, because, well, if you die underwater, there's a good chance you'll lose your gear, so you've got to prepare for that. And also it looks like right now I've got some, got something dangerous here. Got a high level Megalodon, it's a 112. Fortunately though, you can swim faster than a Megalodon in this game with flippers, so we'll just outswim him. Unfortunately though, we've got quite a bit of fog going on here. Not going to be able to see very much, so hopefully there's not a crate down here, otherwise we probably won't be able to see it. And it doesn't really look like there's one there. Not that I could really see anything. But we need to get back up to surface before this giant shark eats us up, because that would not be good. Right, get out of that dangerous water there. And then I can go ahead and just watch out for all those guys there. And the nice thing about underwater is while you're doing these deep sea runs, there's a lot of silica pearls and oil underneath the water. So while you're doing your deep sea run, you can run across those materials and harvest them up if you'd like. There's a lot of gain to be made underwater, as well as you can actually build as well. And there are also deep sea caves scattered around if you're interested in building up underneath. Although on this particular server, underwater cave building is illegal and you will be wiped for that, so gotta make sure to watch out what the rules of the server are at the time. Alright, now that the fog's finally clearing up, I can show you guys what oil nodes look like. They just look like these black rocks here. There's your crystal formations up here in the underwater cave. And there's your materials. Really cool looking cave here. Let's go ahead and swim outside and show you guys the outer area, now that the stupid fog's gone. So this is what the top of the cave here looks like. Doesn't look like we're getting lucky with another deep sea drop around here. Usually I've noticed is the developers have caused the deep sea spawn rates to not be close to each other. So they usually try to get them to spawn away from each other, which I guess discourages quick finding of the deep sea loot crates. So it can take a while, guys. It's worth the wait though. So don't be discouraged by the long time of swimming around all the time looking for freaking deep sea crates, because it's totally worth it, promise you. Ah, there's my bird. That's another important thing. You get swimming around, you get misguided, and you can't find your bird anymore. Bugger. Gotta watch out for that sometimes. Alright, let's go ahead and fly off to the next location. Hopefully we'll get a bit more lucky there. And a lot of the main stuff that you'll find in these deep sea loot crates is high level gear. You'll have your weapons, you got your pump shotgun, you got pretty much any weapon you can think of, blueprints of those, armor, you got your ghillie, riot armor, you also got your, what else? Got a lot of saddles and a lot of saddle blueprints as well. I got electric prods and electric prod blueprints. Just pretty much anything you can think of that's high quality gear that's really tough to come by or quite expensive, they're going to put it in those deep sea drops. Alternatively, what they don't put in those deep sea drops, they're going to put them in the land drops here. Mainly the red land drops are what you're going to find, the really good stuff. And also don't let a yellow drop pass you by either, because almost always the yellow drops will have good stuff in them, so you've got to keep that in mind as well. It's always nice to look at all the animals that are always spawning. Gotta keep an eye out, see if anyone's recently hit the metal spawns. See if it might be about time to go do a metal run. Always gotta be getting that metal to keep the upkeep on the base. And who knows, maybe get lucky and find a nice high level Quetzal. Those are always nice to tame. Right. And then here in hopefully one of the future videos, I'll show you guys my base and kind of show you the areas around it, what I've got in it, and I don't know, maybe a couple tips on building if you're interested. I'm not too crazy of a builder, but I do enjoy it. I'll do some more basic videos like that. Just guys, kind of give you guys a nice feel of the island. Really beautiful map. Looks like we've got to land for some stamina. Yeah, you gotta love it when it takes forever for the stupid stamina bar to fill up. If you go flying for too long, then well, your animal runs out of stamina and you gotta drop to regain it. Otherwise, you ain't going nowhere. Kinda like the gas gauge. Except instead of gas, you gotta fill it up with meat. Or whatever your particular dinosaur likes to eat, if it's a berry animal. Right, so the next drop location we're gonna go to is 59 7.8. It's gonna be over here on the west side of the map, just south of the blue obi, or the blue obelisk there. Can't miss it. Over here by the red obelisk. That's another good way to navigate around the island if you don't know where you are and you don't have a GPS, is you can kind of get an idea just based on looking at the obelisk you're at. It'll give you a good idea of what part of the map you're on. Alright, here we go. Straight down. Usually if it's quite a clear day, like now that the fog's finally cleared out, you can actually see quite far down there. And 9 times up, there we go. You see that red right there? That's a dead giveaway that you got a deep sea drop there. So that's fantastic. Got real lucky with this one. The second one of the second locations that we checked had the deep sea drop. And hopefully we'll find some nice high level gear in here. Let's see what we got. Fantastically junk. I mean, it's nice because it's Mastercraft, but it's a packy saddle, so it's kind of a useless dinosaur, except for the kibble. But regardless, as your good gear there, Mastercraft, you can't find that every day. So yeah, guys, that's a basic tutorial on best ways to get deep sea drops. There's 2 different ways, like I said, underwater animals and air animals. I prefer doing it the personal way of just swimming straight down, but you guys can do it any way that you want. Just go ahead, skip back to the first part of the video if you want to know all the locations. I went ahead and read them all out to you guys, and yeah, good luck hunting for those deep sea drop, guys. Thank you. Have a good night.